E-I-E-I-E-I-O. You had to be there. Yeah, so you might hear winds, you might hear fans, you might hear AC, because it's summertime, and I don't do well in the heat, as you might have seen if you were on here live with me last night. I do not do well in when I'm really hot or there's bugs and stuff like that. So no bugs, keeping it really cool in here, keeping it classy, and keeping it cute. So come on in, let me know where you are watching from. We are going, hello Martin family, we are going to go through how to sell DBA, how to sell digital products, because I've seen this question coming up quite a bit. And if you don't know me, my name is Tamira. I am a 30+ year sales and marketing veteran, sales, marketing, and leadership. I've created, hired, and developed top performing sales talent. I've worked in marketing since the age of 18, and I am much older than that right now. I know a lot of people don't believe it, but I am much older than that. I have a 32-year-old daughter to prove it, and 2 grandchildren and a 27-year-old daughter. So a very seasoned marketing veteran, along with certifications in digital marketing, email marketing, paid traffic, content marketing, social media marketing. I've gotten multiple certifications in this arena, and so I am very happy to be here and share with you how to sell digital products, right? Because there's a lot of questions about digital products. And the great thing is, you know, in today's world, you do, welcome Sia, welcome Martin family, you do not have to create your own digital product. There are ways to go out there and buy digital products. I've actually been doing it for years. I've never really sold them as is. I always bought them and picked away what I wanted from them and threw the rest away. So I might strip the graphics from it. I might strip the documents from it and then make them my own. And with ChatGPT, that's not really what I do with them anymore. And master resale rights has really had a rebirth in the last year or two, right? And so I have come across a program that I was like, okay, this is good, it's lower ticket, it fits in well with what my own digital products and courses that I've created, and it also meets an underserved market. And so I have joined DBA. Let me see what she's talking about. I have joined DBA. That's crazy. I've joined DBA, and DBA is an awesome master resale rights product. That means that you basically have a license, right? So people don't realize that franchising is like licensing. I don't know why it doesn't feel like I'm getting bit and itching until I am live, but it's happening, okay? I don't know if it's the lights or what. It's probably the lights, okay? So you get the license and you get to sell DBA, okay? And what DBA is, here, I'm going to actually read it to you. Okay, so let me find it here. Of course, I have way too many tabs open. Way too many tabs open. Way too many tabs open. And I'm heating up, and I hate to heat up. So let's find it here. Oh, that's not what I want. Here we go. Here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. So what's up scenario? Ooh, baby. All right. So the Digital Boss Academy, also known as DBA, is a self-paced, very in-depth program. And so when I say in-depth, I mean that it covers a lot of different areas, okay? And it's going to teach a complete beginner how to launch and run a successful digital product business from scratch, okay? And so that's one of the most appealing things about it, is it does that work. I don't have to do it. Okay, so welcome Donut, welcome Sharon, welcome, is it Sasha? Welcome, 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 okay? So it's gonna give you a lot of variety of resources. I like to say it is like either going to a 2-year and getting like an associate's degree, or the first couple years in a 4-year university or college where you're undeclared, you haven't declared your major yet. And so if you've been to 4-year college or even gotten your 2-year associate's degree, you know that those first couple years are where you are really not getting into your major yet. You are going through and you are learning and getting the basics for your requirements for graduation. So that's, you know, anything from different history classes to different English and Lit classes to the fundamentals, right? The basic fundamentals, right? And then your major is where you get more specific, right? And so DBA has both in there. It has things that are going to be more the fundamentals of digital marketing, including TikTok, Instagram, CapCut, Canva editing. But then it's also going to have some electives that can, you know, you can also use for your major if you choose a major. And that could be, you know, business formation. That can be, you know, learning how to get funding and credit for both personal and business, right? So, and then there's also a module in there on beauty businesses and vendor lists. So you can get more specific, but if you are a beginner, the idea is to get in there and get started with a lot more of the fundamentals, and then you can start to explore. And that's the great thing about it, is you are not locked into any one niche when you get this product, right? So you can get this product, you can get the basics, the fundamentals of selling digital products, and then from there, you can explore, and you can, you know, niche as much as you want to or as little as you want to. But the point is, if you want to make money online, you need 2 things. Welcome, Bob. You need a high converting offer, a very trending, a very in-demand product, and you need to drive traffic to that high demand product, right? To that trending product. And that is why people are coming into DBA, and, you know, within, not everyone's journey is going to be different, but I've never seen such wild success as I'm seeing with DBA, and people who have never sold products before coming in and not even necessarily their organic market, but because of the power of like TikTok and Instagram Reels, they are selling their first 3 sales within, you know, a few hours, within, you know, 24, 48 hours. And so that is the power of buying something that is done for you, that is in high demand, right? And so the question is, how do you sell it, right? So if you want to know how to sell it, drop a 1 in the comments. Drop a 1 in the comments so I can give myself a little time to cool off just a little bit. Man, it was like I was nice and cool as a cucumber, and then I got on live and now I'm hot. Okay, so the nice thing is this is going to give you resale rights, okay? So it is actually priced at $333 for volume 1 and volume 2. Hello to Digital Wealth. Okay, I feel funny doing that. It makes me feel so old when I got to get all close to the screen. So it's $333 to get both, right? But what you can do is you can join while I'm live, and I have marked the price down to $111. So that gives you both volumes 1 and volume 2. So you're basically going to get volume 2 for free if you join the community while I am live, okay? Because volume 2 is releasing on July 1st, and you can get it included if you join now while I am live for $111, okay? So it's going to intro at $222. That's going to be my intro price on volume 2. And so instead of selling you volume 1 and volume 2, you know, you'd already have access to volume 1, and that's plenty to go through until July 1st when volume 2 drops. Instead of charging you $333 for that, if you join now while I'm live, you'll get it for $111 here. And I can show you what is in volume 2. Give me a second here. Where are my, there it is. I will show you what is in volume 2. I gotta select green screen, huh? I gotta pick that. It just doesn't pick itself. Okay, no, I know I sent it to me. I might not be showing it to you because there are so many photos and images on my iPhone. It's absolutely ridiculous. So even though I sent it from my laptop to my phone, it might take several minutes for it to upload. But I did have the other one on here, so let's see if we can find that one. I just wanted to pop a color. There it is. There it is. Okay. So DBA has 2 volumes, and I can tell you the difference between the 2. So volume 1, like I said, is going to be more of your fundamentals. It's going to include modules on, you want to do the start here. You want to go to the module that shows you how to set up your store. You can use any digital store, but it walks you through stands, snip feed, and beacons. I actually don't use any of them. So that's proof that you can use any store, right? But those are, most people actually do use Stand Store, and I am considering it. I have something that works. So there's just one thing that Stand Store does that I might want to join them for, okay? So volume 1, 300 plus ready to sell templates. You get a Canva crash course. Say that 3 times. You get done for you captions, financial literacy ebooks, success with stand guide, ultimate reels guide, 43,000 pieces of ready to go content. It's worth the price of admission at $111 for that alone. Because I know the stats. I know how many businesses struggle with creating content consistently because they don't know what to create or how to create it. So having 43,000 pieces of ready to go content is worth the price of admission alone. Plus you get the Canva crash course to help you with design, okay? Because I'm a bare bones kind of girl when it comes to design. I like to keep things pretty low production, okay? Especially the way the algorithms are algorithming lately. I prefer to go low production because you can put all kinds of time and attention into something and then boom, it just fails, right? So having it done for you is huge. The branding course and bundle, again, the price of worth the price of admission. The $111 that you get it for while I'm on here live is worth the price of admission for the branding course and bundle, okay? The young lady who put that together, I salute, because it is a wonderfully done course. It's nice and succinct, and it is jam-packed. There's hooks, there's captions, there's content ideas, right? There's call to actions. So it is worth the price of admission alone just to get access to the branding course and bundle. And there's like a 30-minute webinar in there as well, okay? There is the digital product starter kit, vendor list with 100 plus vendors. So you can use that vendor list. You can, I believe you can sell it. You can use it and buy things and sell those things, or just use them personally if you choose to, right? So you could basically get into e-commerce and drop shipping, okay? Welcome Pound Cake, welcome Digital Blessings by Terry. Hey girl, hey! Okay, so it is worth that. Content to coins, ebooks, right? I keep telling y'all, baby, every time you stop the scroll on these apps, you're paying a toll. And that toll is paid not with coins, but with your attention, right? When you stop and you pay attention, the app gets paid, the creator gets paid, and the brands get paid. Everybody is getting paid but you, and you're paying with your attention and your time. And as we all know, your time is the one thing you can't get back. Hey girl, hey, welcome Flounder. Okay, so content to coins is huge, because I hear from so many people that you want to learn how to monetize. Okay, and when I start talking to y'all about what it takes to monetize, y'all get to looking like you expect me to do it for you. Okay, so I went out and I found a program, because this isn't a course, this is a program that will walk you through and give you the community support, and it includes content to coins. Okay, there is literally thousands of dollars worth of content in here, but the value is unlimited. The value is unlimited. We're going to get to my story in a second. Okay, many chat automations. You know how when you're on IG and people are like, oh, if you want this, drop Stanley, right? And then all of a sudden you get a message Stanley, and you get a message, and and it's telling you stuff. That is a robot. That is ManyChat. And then in this program, they teach you how to do that. Okay, video editing classes on CapCut. Because I'm gonna tell you, one of my biggest pet peeves, especially amongst the boomers, is taking a Instagram story and turning it into a square and then turning it into a reel. You could have just left it as a reel and posted it as a story, and it would have been the appropriate size, right? That's a little weird. So I need us to stop doing that. And I need us to get in here and take this CapCut video editing course so we can take our content game up a notch or two, okay? There's also personal and business guidance. Forming your business, legitimizing your business is what I like to refer to it as. So your business is not out here illegitimate. There's a word for that. Okay, I don't want to say it and risk getting shut down. Blueprints on 6-figure digital products, right? And so those blueprints are done for you courses that you can modify. You have the license to be able to change out the words, change out the images, change out whatever you want to, but when it says MRR, you cannot do that. And MRR is going to tell you the minimum that you can sell it for, okay? Airbnb business kickstart, okay? So remember, I said it's going to give you the fundamentals, but it's also going to let you begin to explore and branch out and see where you might want to specialize. Who do you want to serve, and how do you serve them? My parents own a bunch of real estate, and that's something my dad has been interested in, is Airbnb. I'm a daddy's girl. I love my daddy, but for me to be the one to teach him is not the right answer. So to find a third party and have a third party be able to assist him is the way to go. And yes, daddy got to pay for it too, because it's a business expense for him. And so he gets to write it off on his taxes. So that's just the way it goes, okay? Airbnb business kickstart strategies to secure 100K, okay? Professional website templates. I told you there is a, there is a module in there all about beauty business. If you know my story, you know my background, I started online 10 years ago with a beauty business, right? I was customizing foundations, really got into promoting and marketing brows and contouring. And no, I am not a makeup artist. I am not an esthetician. And I've always been very upfront and transparent about that. I was a product expert. And as a product expert, I leveraged digital marketing all the way up to becoming a trainer and going around the country and teaching the reps of that company how to market and sell the beauty and the makeup and skincare products, right? How to do social media marketing, both online and offline, to grow their businesses. In digital marketing, facilitated a lot of that. Digital marketing is what got the attention on me that made them ask me to do that. Hey Danielle girl, hey. So you guys, I love that. Thank you, Danielle, for the likes. You guys, please double tap the screen because I am giving you the value here. And do not forget to share this out. Anyone you know who needs to hear this, like I made a list today. I have several cousins, right? Anyone you know on Facebook, in the creator program over there, in the monetization program. Anyone over there who has a professional profile, a business profile, please tag them, share this live with them, because this is of benefit for them. Because so often we think the only way to monetize is either through a brand and a company or one of these platforms, and you can self-monetize. Digital products allows you to self-monetize. You do not have to wait on anybody else to make your coins, okay? And that's what I love about this, and I've been doing it successfully since 2013. I came out the gate. My big old brain has said, I ain't waiting on no brand to tell me that I can work with them. I don't have to work with them. I'm going to use affiliate links. I'm going to use network marketing links. And I'm going to create content. And I'm going to turn that content into coins. I'm going to turn that content into cash. And by 2014, 2015, I was going live on Periscope. I was going live on Facebook. And I was talking about these things. I was talking about, you know, there's no reason, there's no excuse to be broke as an adult in 2014. And I'll still say it again in 2024. There's no excuse to be broke. Because you got a phone. You got Wi-Fi. You got free apps like Facebook, like Pinterest, like TikTok, like Instagram, like YouTube. Right? There's no excuse for being broke when you have those things, and you can quickly put together digital products. And that digital product might even be a private Zoom, baby. It might even be a private Zoom where you answer questions. I used to do that with beauty, right? With beauty, I would do virtual consultations long before 2020 and everything shut down. I would do those on Zoom. If you buy a certain amount of product, we can go through and I can help you with doing your brows. I can help you with contouring, right? If you buy this collection of products, right? So digital products and marketing is something that I had the formal education, right? But when I graduated undergrad, for example, in the late 1900s, there was no degree in digital marketing. There was no minor, there was no certification for that. So I went back and learned those things on my own. And then in the early 2000s, when I went and got my double master's degree, same thing, degrees with an S, right? And so when I hit the wall with my own businesses, and I knew that there were billions of people online, and I wanted to figure out how to get to them and how to sell to them and what was I doing wrong, I set out on this journey, self-paced, just like this course, like this program, and I went out and I learned what I needed to do. And as I did, people began to come to me for me to teach them. They would pay me, you know, for private coaching and private consultations. My first retainer client was paying me $300-400 a month for quite some time, and all we would do is go through platform by platform, and I would teach her, you know, everything from webinars and YouTube ads to Facebook, and, you know, every platform that she wanted to learn. And I would, you know, we would get together on a Saturday for an hour, for, you know, and it would be $300-400 a month for that, right? And then I would also, when people would start contacting me saying they wanted to pick my brain, it was like, yeah, you can pick my brain as soon as the invoice is paid, right? So I started at $147 for 90 minutes. Today it is $497 for 90 minutes of my time. And I am definitely being encouraged to take that up to anywhere from $750 to $997 based on my proof, my experience, my client results, and my education, okay? So that is how lucrative digital marketing is. Digital marketing is a highly paid skill set. It is not an offer. It is not a product. It is not a business model. It is a skill set. And the entire reason that you should be interested in DBA with master resale rights, or what they call MRR, is because you can take that highly paid skill set and combine it with whatever you are doing, and it is like throwing gasoline on a fire. Dame la gasolina, right? So you can it's like throwing gasoline on a fire. Literally, it will help you scale up and get in front of people that you've never known before. I have sold product, physical. I have sold services like coaching, consulting. I have sold digital products all around the world, and okay? And I have woken up to orders and money in my sleep for years, because I took the initiative and said, okay, just because I have double master's degrees doesn't mean I am too educated to learn some more and be able to modernize my skill set. And I continually modernize my skill set. And I will continually modernize my skill set and make sure that I am up to date and I am up to speed with what's trending and what's hot in the market in order to make myself continue to be a viable candidate. Because I know people in my space who are my age and older who are dying on the vine because they refuse to. They recognize that what they were doing as early as 2022 ain't working no more, baby, but they refuse. They absolutely refuse to modernize their skill set and get with the times. And they poo-poo it. Not me. Not me, baby. I have gone back in age by like at least 15, 20 years being a part of the DBA community. Why? Because of the fun, the energy. I was on the live watching the girl who put together, the young lady who put together these beautiful documents that we all have to promote DBA today. And her live was so fun and so energetic. Like that gives me life versus sometimes being around, you know, some other people who are, they're just complaining and they're still doing the same old thing. And their marketing is boring and stale. Like, I don't care. I'm Tamira, so I said what I gotta say to him. Like, could you sound any more boomer? Like, I'm not into the whole generation war thing, but like the gobbledygook is just gross. It's just gross, right? Like, I know we can tell when people use ChatGPT that don't know how to do it the right way and the way that I teach it. But some of these people, that's literally how they sound. I think ChatGPT learned to write based on boomers and boomer marketing, because that's exactly what it sounds like. And I will tell ChatGPT, baby, stop sounding like a boomer. You sound like a boomer and I can't stand that. I don't like it. I don't like it. I throw me some Zennial up in there. Throw me some Gen X. Throw me some Millennial. Throw me a little bit of, throw me a hint, put a little dash of Gen Z on that, because that is trash. That is pure trash. I don't want to hear about no embarking. I don't want to hear about delving. I got a whole list. I did a post on Facebook once about all the words, because it's just pure trash, right? And so that's one of the things, for example, with ChatGPT, is you got to talk to it like it is human, okay? So let me get back up here. So we're going through volume 1. We're almost at the end of volume 1. So we stopped at strategies to secure 100K, professional website templates, a thriving community and tech support, 24/7 express inquiry removal guide, comprehensive guide on business structure. None of this, I want to tell you, because I come from the world of financial services. Thank you for the likes. Thank you, thank you. Welcome, Khalifa. Hey, girl, hey. Or are you a boy? I don't know, because I guess it could be either. But hey there, hey. How about that? Hey there, hey. Okay, so one of the things a lot of people always have the question on is how should they structure their business? Should it be S Corp? Should it be LLC? Should it be a C Corp, right? I myself, she, her, okay, awesome. Thank you for that. So I myself don't answer that for people, okay? I am a guide. I am like yoga, not yoga, is it Yoda? Yoda from Star Wars. I am like Yoda, right? I am like Sensei. I am not here to tell you what to do. You are never going to be on these internet streets talking about, well, Tamira said. Tamira asked you some questions, and Tamira pointed you in the direction of resources for you to figure out that question for your specific business and for your specific situation. Tamira is not giving you that advice, okay? And so I want you to understand that everything that is in DBA, I'm not saying take it with a grain of salt. I'm going to say, like my girl Melissa says, chew the meat and spit out the bones. Take what you want and leave the rest. Take what you need and leave the rest, okay? It does not preclude, it does not exclude you from seeking professional opinions, legal opinions, financial opinions, tax advisors, right? These are people you should have on your team if you really are trying to build and scale to a 6, 7, or 8-figure business, right? Because I ain't even gonna get into all that. But those are people you should have on your team. This program is designed to introduce you to these things, for you to begin to think about them and start getting your list together to go talk to the professionals. It does not replace the professional guidance and advice. I have to stress that, okay? All right, so that is volume 1. And remember, you get volume 1. I marked it down to $111 while we are on here live, and I'm only going to give that to like the first 3 to 5 people. So if you want to get in and join the hottest, fastest growing community, y'all, whoo, baby, y'all, DBA, I started telling y'all on, I believe, Saturday night, midday Saturday. I look cute today, by the way. I was telling y'all that DBA is going to double, because today, about 2 hours ago, was supposed to be when volume 2 dropped. And we decided collectively, we voted to wait and drop it on July 1st. Okay, we're going to wait and drop it on July 1st so that we could have more time to promote it. But I was telling y'all, and even with that date being moved, we still almost did exactly what I said we would do. I said DBA would double in size, that my 30 years of sales, marketing, and leadership experience, double master's degree, bachelor, and all that shit really don't matter, that it would double in the number of people would double. And why did I say that? Because people are last minute Sallies. People like to wait until the last minute. Welcome, Fred. Welcome, Sherry. Is it Sherry or Cherry? Okay. I knew that is what would happen. And so while we have this extension between the 19th and the 1st, we are still continuing to grow. I have refreshed the community multiple times. Like, I'm addicted to it at this point. How many new people did we add? How many new people did we add? And I have seen this group since the 12th go from, it was either 26 or 2,800 people to over 4,300 people, close to 4,400 people in the community. It is one of the, okay, I'm gonna tell you how you know DBA is hot. Because the haters out there, they out there making posts, they blocking and deleting posts in Facebook groups. You got people on TikTok, they get mad because they trying to sell their own product or course in their live, and people are coming on and asking, is this DBA? Y'all don't do that. Respect people's spaces and places. But they're getting mad and like, oh, I would never with MRR. And I'm going to tell you something, because I've been around the block long enough, baby. Welcome to Honeybee. Welcome, Mary. I'm going to tell you a little secret. You know why a lot of them hating on DBA? There's a few reasons why a lot of them are hating on DBA. Number one is a scarcity mindset. They only think there's only enough for them. And if we come in with DBA and it's got all this stuff included, and you can get it for volume 1 and volume 2, and I haven't even gotten into what volume 2 includes, for $333 once it's launched. But you know, until then, I'm giving it to you for only $111 while we're live. Because I could be charging you $333 for it right now, but I marked it down to $111. They think that that's going to take, that it's somehow taking from them. And it actually says to me a lot about their marketing skill and knowledge, because if they knew anything about marketing, they would know that DBA is serving a completely different customer, a completely different audience and community than what they serve for what they do. Because I've been on the lives and I just sit quietly and I listen and I take notes, and I can tell you that their customers are not the same people who would be the perfect candidate to join DBA. Okay, so yeah, I wouldn't worry about. The other thing is, I think some people have a lot of fear around raising their price, because some of these people are putting out some pretty amazing product, and if you look at the value of what they are offering and the transformation that their course is providing, their course, to me, the biggest flex that DBA has is that it is showcasing how underpriced a lot of course creators have priced themselves, and for way too long. That is the biggest flex, that DBA is putting pressure, as my little 4-year-old grandbaby likes to say, pressure is putting pressure on these course creators, right? Because they shouldn't be feeling any heat from DBA if they're appropriately priced and if they're not over bonusing, but a lot of them are. And I've been there, I've done it, and that's how I know and how I can recognize it, okay? So there's more to it, you know, but a lot of it just really boils down to, do you know your worth? Do you charge accordingly? And do you stand firm in that? Are you comfortable with that? Are you confident in that? Do you trust yourself? Is really what it boils down to, okay? So, DBA. You definitely want to be a part of DBA if you have been watching everybody else make money on these social media apps and you've been trying to figure it out how to do it, right? I see y'all peeking. Some of y'all actually will come in the inbox and be like, hi, hi. And then when I say hi, y'all run and hide. I'm not scary. I'm not gonna bite you, right? Especially digitally, okay? So there's nothing to be afraid of. I think that every single person, welcome Fred, welcome, is that DM? Dre, welcome somebody's mama, and Ray and Oscar, welcome, right? So everybody should have a digital product store. I stand firm on that, right? Because every single one of us has things and skills and knowledge and experience that we know inside and out better than anyone else. So if you know crocheting and a certain, welcome David, if you know a certain crocheting technique, or if you've even developed your own, baby, you definitely need to put that in a digital product and not PLR or MRR. You need to get that trademarked. You need to get that copyrighted, whatever the legalese is. You need to protect that, and you need to create digital products on that. You can create not just ebooks. You can create courses. You can create retreats and seminars. DBA is literally just in the beginning. Like, it is literally just the beginning, right? It's like being 18 and graduating from high school, right? I believe there is a 16-year-old who is killing it with DBA, okay? So DBA is just the beginning, and it isn't just the beginning, right? So you can join DBA. Welcome, is that Mark? You can join DBA today. You'll get volume 1 and you'll get early access to volume 2 before it drops on July 2nd. If you join now, while I am live, I have marked the price down to $111, and I should start a timer on that, okay? I should start a timer on that so you can get going and get joined, because you're going to need to send in your receipt, and you're going to then be let into the community once you send in your receipt and you create your account, okay? So that can take up to 24 hours. But everyone, and I mean everyone, should have a digital product store and be actively marketing it. Number one, I am sick and tired of seeing y'all consume all this content on these apps and making other people billionaires who are lobbying to create laws that work against your best interest, right? And you go to work for some of these same people. So we need to take some of our power back, and how we can do that is by creating and selling done-for-you products and creating our own income that is not dependent on these jobs, by buying back some of our time and being able to pour into our own children and grandchildren. That's like a number one on my list for me, is being able to have the time to be there, be fully present with my grandbabies. I don't want to miss a moment. I feel like I miss so much, especially with my youngest daughter chasing the corporate carrot. Only to take it up the peach, okay? Only to end up overworked, underpaid, used, and abused, to walk away with PTSD, needing therapy, right? Needing a healing journey, right? Needing to do detox, a soul detox. And I'm not making this up. I am not embellishing. I am telling it how it happened, right? It was like 2 years before I could even talk to anybody or hear the name of that company without getting triggered, okay? And so I know I'm not the only one. That is why women who look like me are and have been one of the fastest segments creating small businesses, and that's why they went all the way to the Supreme Court to stop us from being able to fund each other, okay? And so how we take some of our own power back, and you give yourself, there's a lot difference when you go to work and you have the attitude like, I'm here because I want to be, not because I gotta be, and you ain't gonna talk to me any kind of way. Okay, because when I created my first digital product and I made $8,000 in 45 minutes in 2015, when I went to work on Monday, it was hard to go to work on Monday. It was hard, but I said, I'm going to be smart. I'm going to stack my coins and I'm going to wait. This was July. I said, I'm going to wait till Labor Day. I'm going to try and hang in and wait until Labor Day and just keep running the play and stacking all my coins, right? Because I had already brought my lifestyle way down in order to build my business. Those are decisions a lot of people don't talk about, right? And so, but by Wednesday, I was getting picked on so bad, and I could tell that I was no longer wanted there, that it had served, you know, how do they say it? It no longer served me to be there, that I was like, okay, I think I'm done effective immediately. I'm done effective immediately, right? Because I had a different attitude, I had a different outlook, where the things that used to would stress me and give me anxiety, where on Sunday, it would start at 6 o'clock originally. I would start to get that anxiety and feel nauseous and not feel good and start to feel sad and down around 6 p.m. because I knew I had to go to work on Monday. Then it moved to 4 o'clock. Then it was like 2 o'clock. Then it was like noon. And then when it was messing with brunch at like 10 a.m., that was when I was like, okay, I gotta start exploring my options. I gotta figure something out here, right? Especially because it was supposed to be a situation where I was underemployed in the first place. Because I made these decisions that I was going to make just enough so that I could focus on building my business, right? And not be in that toxic situation where I was being overworked and underpaid. And what I found was I was still overworked and underpaid. That being underemployed was just not really a thing, right? And so I promise you, when you wake up, and I don't care if it's $100, if you made $100 in your sleep, you're going to have a different outlook on life. You're going to walk a little taller. Your chest going to stick out a little bit more, right? When you figure out the cash generating machine that you are, and I'm not into straw man theory or any of that. I'm just speaking from my experience. When you realize that you are the commodity, you are the product, when you realize that, for me, what I got up here is my number one income producing asset. And that is why I drink the coconut water, I take the minerals, I go out and I do walking exercises, I make sure I read, I make sure I use it so that I keep it. Right? So if you're a hairstylist, your hands, and that's why they talk about, there's urban legends of like people like J-Lo having their butt insured by Lloyd's of London, and different people, their legs, right, insured, or their hands. For me, and this isn't a brag or a flex, it's actually the opposite. It's my brain. It's the way that I think. It's the way that I think that is my biggest asset, right? And so when you figure out what that biggest asset is, and you digitize it, you productize it, and you monetize, y'all should be double tapping the screen, and you monetize it, your entire outlook, people won't even recognize you. You might start to look a little different to people. When you realize who you are and what you bring to the table, I always say, don't ask me what I bring to the table. I am the table. I've literally flipped the table, destroyed the table, and rebuilt the table multiple times. I am the table. I remember when I had a team of bankers, and there was one banker, they were all brand new. It was like having triplets as a manager. And one of these kids was doing his own thing, right? And I noticed, I said, you seem apprehensive around them. And, he had some personal things, and, he was different. He was an Alphabet Mafia member, and he also was a man of color. And I said, my best advice to you is stop waiting for them to offer you a seat at the table. Go pull up a chair, sit down, and dare them to ask you to get up. You deserve to be at that table like anybody else. No, not either one of them is better or worse than you. No one is. So you don't wait for somebody to offer you a seat at the table. You go pull up a chair, and if you have to, bring your own chair and sit down and dare them to ask you or try to make you to get up. And that's my advice to you. Stop watching everyone else in the value chain, because there is a value chain here, get paid except you, right? When I say, when you stop the scroll on these social media apps, you're paying a toll. You're paying a toll by way of your eyeballs, by way of your ears, what you see and what you hear and what you're absorbing, right? And you might think that that is free, but it is not, because it is influencing you. And some people, they are talking about brain rot, okay? But it is influencing you, okay? You're being influenced by these things that you see and hear. You're paying the toll when you stop the scroll with your attention, okay? And the creator, because you're stopping the scroll to pay attention to content that somebody created. The creator is getting paid by the platform, a brand, their own products and services that they may be offering. The brand and company is being paid. The small business is being paid if it's TikTok Shop. And the app is getting paid by way of ads, by all the coins and gifts that we're giving away, that we pay for and give away. And they take 8% of the sales on TikTok Shop. So how does that make you feel to know that everybody is getting paid but you in this equation? How does that make you feel? And if it makes you feel good, great. I love that for you. But as for me and my house, that's just not an option. I want my piece of the pie. Because you have to understand a couple things. Number one, y'all got me preaching here now. Welcome 360 Cleaning Services. Welcome Barry. Welcome Fred J. Okay. You have to understand a couple things. Number one, digital marketing is a highly paid skill set. It is not a business model. It is not a product. It is not an offer. Ask me how I know. I came out of high school in the late 1900s with a baby, with a 3-month-old, and a seat in a program that allowed me to be in the marketing department for a major consumer brand. 2 weeks post high school. Yes, I was that chick, and still, and even with a baby. Okay. And that fall, I went to college and began my undergraduate degree in marketing and Spanish. I graduated and worked with the likes of Disney, Universal, Busch Gardens, what's the other one? SeaWorld, major hotel chains, major airlines, and airline vacation companies. And then I went and got my master's degree, my first one. And then I got my second one, okay? So marketing is just who I am, it's what I know. But then in 2013, after working in a toxic environment and it nearly killing me and ruining my family, I decided I'd had enough. Enough is enough. I'm not going to live like that anymore. And I started looking at actually building a brick and mortar business, and I got whooshed into digital marketing, and the rest is history. But I had to actually learn digital marketing, like email marketing, like funnels, like automation, because they didn't teach those things in the late 1900s and early 2000s when I got those bachelor's and master's degrees. So I had to learn those things, okay? I had to go out and let me tell you, back then it wasn't easy to find that stuff. You had to be in the know. You had to be a is it XY, right? As a XXX. It was difficult. I had to really dig for that information. It was almost like it was being purposely hid where I couldn't find it. I had to really dig, and then I found the right person to mentor and guide me by way of a podcast is how I found her. And then that opened a whole new world for me, okay? And now I am featured on all kinds of podcasts. I get asked to speak on all kinds of summit. I think the first person to interview me for their blog was like in 2014, okay, in the area of digital marketing. I can name what I want to be paid, and they have the choice to say if they want to pay it or not, and if they don't, that's fine, because next somebody else will. But digital marketing is a highly paid skill set, and there is no time, hear me when I say this, there is absolutely no time like right now to be learning the digital marketing skill set and pair it with what you already know, okay? And what you do is understand that you can pair digital marketing with AI, with free apps like your social media platforms, free apps like ChatGPT, Perplexity, and free apps and websites like Google Docs and Google Sheets and Google Slides, and you have unlimited income earning potential. And that is not cap. It is absolutely not cap. Free apps like Canva, and create digital products. Everyone, I don't care if you work at McDonald's. If you went on Pinterest right now, I dare you, go on Pinterest right now and start looking up Starbucks recipes. Go on Pinterest right now and start looking up Chipotle recipes. Go on Pinterest right now and you can find McDonald's recipes. You can find the recipe to recreate that Dole Whip stuff from Disney World. Why am I bringing that up? Because like I said, it does not matter where you work. You can become a paid creator speaking about and teaching what you learned on the job. Did you hear about the girl on TikTok who worked at Chick-fil-A, and she would review the products, and Chick-fil-A and all their ingeniousness asked her not to do that. They said it violated the employee handbook or whatever. So she stopped. But guess what? Some other companies came in, and now she is a paid creator, and I'm pretty sure she makes a lot more than she was making at Chick-fil-A. Okay, so the moral of the story is, I don't care who you are. I don't care what you do. I don't care what you know. Somebody out there, of all the billions of people that are on the internet, somebody out there is willing to pay you for the information, for the process, for the way that you do it. Because remember, they can steal the recipe, but the sauce ain't gonna taste the same if it ain't made by you. Okay? You are the sauce. I need you to understand that. You are the sauce. And I promise you, the day you wake up to, I don't care if it's $1 that you made in your sleep, you're gonna think and act differently. I've seen people lose their mind. There are people on this app right now losing their mind because it's happened, and they want more of it. Because once you taste it, you're gonna be hooked for life. You might feel like you failed. You might feel defeated. But when you wake up in the morning and you remember that you made $1 or you made a penny in your sleep, you're gonna forget yesterday, and you're gonna try it again. Because there is nothing more powerful of a feeling than you didn't have to rely on a boss or a job to make that money. You literally can create it. Like the only other way to create money like that is to counterfeit it, and you know what happens if you do that, right? So we ain't even talking about that. We're not gonna put together them type of digital products, okay? But I can give you an example. I can give you 2 examples. Everybody knows Russell Brunson. He's the creator of ClickFunnels, a software that automates marketing and sales for all sizes of businesses, right? How he started, if you know his story, was selling CDs that taught people how to make potato guns. Now, I wasn't interested in no potato gun, but he knew his ideal client, and he created a funnel that had all kinds of bells, whistles, upsells, downsells, cross-sells, exit intent, and all this other stuff, that it made him a fortune. Russell Brunson is a very wealthy man to this day, all because he stayed up late one night and put up a website and sold products on how to make a potato gun. My parents in the late 1900s bought my now adult children, but then elementary school age children, a PS3, right? A PS3. And I went and I bought them extra games to go with it. And one of the games, come to find out, really wasn't appropriate for them, but I loved it. So when they would go to bed, I would play it. That was like GTA 3 or 4. And I sucked at it. I didn't know what I was doing. So even in the late 1900s on like Web 2.0 or 1.5, I went and I did a search to learn how to play this game. And no one online really was telling me how to play it, but there was a CD. If you don't know, those round things are kind of shiny, and you put it in and it plays. And so I bought this CD for like $10 that taught me how to play GTA. That was a pseudo digital product, right? So these are examples for you to understand that there is something within you. There is something within you that you can digitize, productize, and monetize. There is something within you. If it's something you're interested in, if it's something that you know, you could be chronicling and you could be documenting your process. Those are some of the most viral hooks. I'm doing X every day until I, get on the For You page. I'm doing X every day until I hit 10,000 followers. I'm walking 10,000 steps every day until I lose 100 pounds. People love to follow the story. People love to be nosy. So give them something to watch. Give them something to watch, right? For me, it just happens to be marketing because I've dedicated more than half of my life to marketing, and I absolutely love it. I was one of those rare people that I knew that marketing was what I wanted to do. And in fact, when I wasn't doing it, I wasn't happy. And that's why I needed to leave corporate America so I could do what I truly went to school to do and had all that experience and knowledge in to do. Okay? So there is something within you. I want you to start dropping it in the comments. What do you think you could productize, digitize, and monetize? Is it your grandma's recipes? Is it your own recipes, right? Is it how to line somebody up? Is it browse? Is it how to lose weight? Is it how to gain weight? What is it that you know that you can productize, digitize, and monetize, right? Again, in the late 1900s, and a lot of people are doing this now. I wanted to teach people how to pass job interviews, how to get the job, because I was a pro at it. I was very good at it. I was very good at job interviews, and I had a whole little process and I anticipated the questions, a lot of the things that people do with ChatGPT. In fact, my daughter had like 7 or 8 job offers a few months ago when she was looking for a job at the earlier part of the year, because I told her what to do in ChatGPT. So that is something I can put in an ebook, right? And it does not, okay. Whew. One thing I want y'all to understand, I don't care that you might see somebody sharing that content on TikTok. They're still only sharing it to a small portion of the billions of people on the internet. You'd be amazed at how many billions of people who have not seen it. Don't believe me? Drop a 1 if you don't believe me. Drop a 1 in the comments if you don't believe me. Because I'm going to prove it to you. I'm going to prove it to you. If you want to know what I'm going to tell you, drop a 1. Drop a 1 in the comments, okay? I'm going to prove it to you. I'm going to prove it to you. So drop a 1 in the comments so I can prove it to you. That it doesn't matter that I can name people who post about, resume writing services and how to ace the interview and how to even get the interview. And, the modern version is how to get past, the pre-screening that's like AI driven, how to get past all of that. Even though there are lots of people on all these apps already talking about it, I guarantee you it's not saturated. That they're still only reaching, I don't care if they even have millions of followers. Do you know how much a million is compared to billions and how many billion people are on the internet? And I'm going to prove it to you, okay? Back when I was working with Disney in the late 1900s, okay, we contracted with Disney and we would sell Walt Disney World vacations. And I was the person who would proof all the brochures to make sure, because they're very picky, like the way you say Walt Disney World has to be a certain way and certain letters have to be capitaled and bolded and all of that. At least in the late 1900s, might be different now, okay? But I learned a lot about branding from working with them. And they used to have this saying, and what drove Disney as an organization was they would throw out this statistic that only 2% of the world's population had ever been to Disney. Only 2% of the world's population had ever been to Disney. And when you look at the world's population, which I don't know if it's in the billions or trillions, but it's a lot, right? 2% is such a small, tiny number. And think about how much Disney is worth and what Disney does in sales, right? So 2% is just a teeny tiny fraction. That even if they grew it by 0.05 or 0.7%, that's still a lot of money, okay? So saturation only means you need to change spaces, right? That's all saturation means. It means you need to shake up your algorithm, and you need to stop consuming content that all the people who sell what you offer are consuming. You need to branch out into other areas where all those people are not hanging around. That's why it feels saturated, because you keep hopping on the lives of the people who create and are prominent within DBA, right? But DBA is nowhere near, when I say nowhere near saturation, I'm gonna pull out my little whiteboard again, and I'm gonna draw it big this time because I've been drawing it small. Okay, when I say DBA is nowhere near saturation, this is what I mean. Can I get some hearts? Dang, y'all hard on the girl. I mean, is what I'm telling you that good that you like just that zoned in? Can I get some hearts? Can I get some shares? Can y'all talk to me? I mean, I think I'm giving you some pretty good content here. Okay? Dang, I need some hearts on the screen. I need some hearts to show you this. And I look cute too. I know I'm cute. Girls sitting up nice and high. I know I'm cute. Go ahead and give me some hearts. I know y'all can double tap that screen. Don't trip on me like that. Don't hurt my feelings like that. That's just rude. Oh my God, they're really going to be like that. Maybe I should just go home. Welcome, Peggy. Welcome, Fred. Welcome, Alacrity. Bob Allen, welcome. I know y'all know how to double tap that screen and throw up some hearts. I know y'all know how to throw some roses up. I mean, because at this point, maybe I just suck. Maybe I should just hang it up. Should I just hang it up? Should I just stop? I mean, have I been boring you? What's going on? Talk to me. What's the deal? Y'all know how to throw no hearts up. Danielle was in here throwing them up. Throw them up. It's just a double tap, double tap. Like, seriously. I'll put my little whiteboard down. I was going to show you that it's not saturated, because it's not. And I don't even know that anybody is saying that, but what I would show you should light a fire under you. Number one, to join if you haven't already. And if you have joined, you should really understand the potential of what you have here. So I'll wait. Go ahead, give me some hearts. That's just crazy, yo. That's just crazy. What's going on in the world today? What? Yeah, y'all gotta pray for Texas. Texas got a hurricane headed toward it. Sounds like it could be pretty disastrous too. Gary V, stay in the news. Deion Sanders showed his amputated foot on GMA. That's why I don't even check the news. That's why I don't even check the news. What's trending? Do you check the trends every day? Do you know what's trending? I've enjoyed the live. Thank you for sharing your knowledge. Thank you. You are welcome. Okay? Thank you. You guys go ahead and double tap that screen. Throw up some hearts. Help me get on the For You page. FYP. Let's see what's trending now. Who's Robert Morris? Oh, some mega church dude. All right. So check this out. If you look at a product industry company life cycle, this is the beginning, and it'll rise, sometimes slower, faster than others. okay? And then it'll peak, and then what'll happen is it'll kind of even come back down over here. But we're not even going to worry about that right now. Okay, because there's a way to extend it, okay? So DBA is literally right here. Do you want to guess where all the money is to be made? And yes, people are making money right now. They're making 100%. When you join DBA and you get the master resale rights to sell it, it comes with, you own 100%. You get 100% of the profit. I get nothing from what you sell. And nobody gets anything from what I sell, okay? So DBA is literally down here. DBA is not even 60 days old. DBA has gone from 0 to 4,400 people in, how do I make a 6? Is that 60? In 60 days, okay? 4,400 people in 60 days, and it's still basically down here. Basically, it's brand new, okay? So it hasn't even hit momentum. You don't even really hit momentum until about here and here. Writing upside down and backwards is fine. Okay, so that's momentum. That's how you know I'm talented, though. I'm just saying. So that is momentum, and this is where the money is made. Now, digital products, internet-based products, and that do tend to cycle through a little faster than some other things, and that's okay. But we're still very much down here. And DBA has nothing but upside. Nothing but upside, because we haven't even hit momentum yet. And this is where all the money is, not all, but that's where the millionaires and that are made, right? The six-figure owners, right? The 7 figures, the 8 figures is made there. So that is what we need to know about DBA. DBA is nowhere near saturation. The time, see, a lot of people will want to get in as it is in momentum, but they don't individually have momentum. So that's why it's nice to get in here so that you can build that momentum up, so that when DBA as a whole hits momentum, you are in sync. You're in lockstep with DBA. Are you following me? Are you picking up what I'm throwing down? You're in lockstep with DBA, and you also have the momentum, and you can, this is where the phrase ride the wave comes from. This is where that term comes from. This is how you ride that wave. Right, exactly. You don't want to wait until it is in momentum. You can make some money while it is in momentum. But if you are given a seat, the chance to get a seat on a rocket ship, do you wait until the rocket ship is in space before you say, yes, I want that seat? Or do you get on the rocket ship as it's on its way to space? I'm going to take that seat now. I took that seat now as of the 12th. And my advice to you, if this is at all something that you are interested in doing, right here, baby. Right here. Right here. You did it too. All right now. All right now. Okay. Right here. Because we haven't even hit momentum yet. If you're new, you definitely don't want to wait until it's in momentum. If you're brand new to digital marketing, if you're brand new to digital products, you got a learning curve, right? Because the learning curve goes just like that. So you got to get, not gotta, but it's advisable to get in here so your learning curve is in lockstep with the curve of DBA. Are you picking up what I'm throwing down? Am I making sense here? If I am, double tap that screen, share this out. Share this out, because people need to hear this. They need to hear the real deal, right? They need to hear the real deal. There have been a lot of people, I'm not talking about DBA, but there have been a lot of people messing up MRR by the way that they've been selling it for the last year or two. Digital marketing, I cannot stress this enough. Digital marketing is not a product. It is not a offer. It is not a product. I've been on networking Zooms. Yes. And people have, they give their little introduction, their little 30-second commercial. And now I'm digital marketing. What the hell does that mean? Like, I know, Karen, that you just bought a course and now you bought what you think is a money grab. Because first of all, digital marketing is not new. MRR, master resale rights, PLR rights, none of this is new. What I will say is that it has been more feminized, and that's why we see selling it messed up. I'm gonna be good. I almost said something. I'm not gonna say it. Okay. So you got to understand that this stuff is not new. It's just been made more appealing to the feminine consumer. You heard that? I didn't say it, but did my face say it? I didn't say it all out. I didn't say it all out. I promise I didn't. But digital marketing is not a product. It is not an offer. It is not. Oh, I picked it up, honey. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you picked it up. Okay. So, but digital marketing is not a product. It is not an offer. It is not a business model, right? So when someone says they're in digital marketing, it sounds to me like they're saying they're in network marketing or direct sales, which are business models. Okay. So I'm gonna have to clean up again, and let me turn off this background too, so it don't get a glare when I show you this. Okay. So because I did this one last night. Okay. So digital marketing is not a product. It is not an offer. It's not a product, offer, or biz model. Okay. It is a skill set. Okay. Digital marketing is a skill set. Okay. And we're going to come here in the middle and we're going to say digital marketing. Okay, so name some things you think of when you think of digital marketing. What are some specific skills? What are some specific areas that you think of when you think of digital marketing? So I'll throw one out there, which is one that I'm really good at, which is email marketing. Okay, and then I'll put that /SMS text message. Okay, we already talked a little bit about funnels and automation. Okay, I would include AI in that, right? Because AI is digital and AI marketing is a thing, right? So what else? Anything you could think of, those things are digital marketing. So think of that as the center. So there's DM for digital marketing, okay? And then over here is another circle, right? And the size doesn't matter. That's just, I can't draw. Okay, so we're going to say this is network marketing and direct sales, okay? So you see this? Remember in math, like in 8th grade, that is a union. That is where they overlap, where the two data sets overlap, okay? So digital marketing is a skill set that you can use to grow your network marketing and direct sales business. And I've been telling y'all this since 2014, but y'all didn't want to listen to me. You didn't want to listen to me. Because your upline, Karen and Becky and them, were telling you don't need digital marketing. You don't need digital marketing. And now they're trying to sell you digital marketing because you do in fact need digital marketing. Because remember that life cycle I just showed you? Remember that life cycle I just showed you? Well, social media as a whole is hitting the peak. And so what that means to us as the users of these social media platforms is it is pay to play. And the things that they were teaching y'all, that you didn't need to be building an email list and you didn't need to be, emailing, you didn't need to be doing digital marketing and building funnels, and that was a waste of time in 2014. And then on 2020, they were getting on stage and saying they created story funnels. Like, you gotta watch your mouth around me, baby, because I will call you out. I will call you all the way out. I will call you everything but a child of God too. No, I won't. I'm just playing. But if you make me mad. But okay, so y'all was listening to that, and I was looking at you like, okay, if you didn't want to get it from me, you don't want to hear it from me, just say that. Because to say that you don't need digital marketing to grow your network marketing and direct sales business is a little bit weird to me. Okay? But then when people, like right now I saw a huge network marketing leader complain about somebody on their team, Meta shut their entire account down with no recourse. And they can do that. It's in their terms and conditions. Right? When I say it's pay to play, now I'm going to start teaching Facebook ads again. I had my first masterclass last Saturday. Because that's a digital marketing skill set that I excel at, and people pay me a lot of money to learn. Okay? What, baby? Tell me what? Okay, now, okay. So digital marketing can help you grow your network marketing and direct sales business. Okay, and over here, there's a bakery on Main Street that I love. That is a small and local business. You can use digital marketing. You can use email marketing. You can use video marketing. You can use search marketing. You can use blogging to grow either one of these businesses. You can use SMS text message marketing. You can use geofencing. That's a new form of digital marketing. So your small and local business. That's a S. Okay, your small and local business. Okay, over here we got affiliate marketing, right? There's overlap with affiliate marketing. A lot of people think affiliate marketing is strictly digital, and it's not. You can do affiliate marketing without digital marketing. That's really all most hotels and car dealerships are. Most people don't know that though. Well, before before CarMax and all these big conglomerates like Carfax and that. But like when I was growing up, car dealership, like one of the boys I went to school with, his parents, his grandfather actually started a car dealership. So, one of the largest Cadillac dealerships in the entire country was in my hometown, and it was Black owned. Their name was on the dealership, but they were an affiliate. And sometimes if you pay attention, those car dealerships, the sign changes because they changed who they are affiliated with, right? Same with hotels. Hotels, we used to call it changing flags when I worked in the travel industry. So this is affiliate marketing. You can use direct sales and network marketing to grow your affiliate business. What was the other one I had here? So we got network marketing, direct sales, affiliate marketing, your small and local business. I don't know, but anything else, I can't think of it right now, right? So I do this not to make a weird looking flower, but for you to understand that digital marketing is a skill set. It is not the business model. This is a business model, okay? This is a business model. This is a business model. And the nucleus of some of these business models is, can, and should be digital marketing. So what does that mean to you watching this? Okay, it means a couple different things. Like I said, digital marketing is a highly paid skill set. Highly paid skill set. And the goal with it is to be continually learning. Because I know you've heard what I've said about DBA, and you're probably wondering why someone with 32 years of sales, marketing, and leadership experience, double master's degree, bachelor's degree, and I always say that in reverse order for whatever reason. Like, can you have a master's degree without a bachelor's degree? But it's marketing. Like, I'm sold out on marketing. I'm all in, right? Would join DBA. I told you, for the community, for the youthfulness, for the vitality, right? And to keep not just my person, not just my totality refreshed, right? But to also keep my skill set refreshed. And I am the underdog, okay? I graduated at 18, could have graduated earlier had I made some life decisions. But I graduated at 18 with a 3-month-old. Okay, I turned 18 one Tuesday, had a baby the next. While my classmates were gathering for the senior picture, my best friend, my auntie, and my dad and I were at the hospital, and I was giving birth to my first child. Okay. So I am the underdog. It was too late to say I wasn't going to graduate high school because I could have had graduated that December. So I went down to half a day that second semester and I graduated, and my 3-month-old was at the ceremony when I got my scholarship for college and all that. And she was there when I graduated. I got a picture of me in my cap and gown with my little baby. That looks just like my grandson. Okay. So I am the underdog. So when I hear that there is an MRR course that is designed to serve a market that is underserved, you got my attention. And then when I saw the preview of what it looks like, I was like, okay, because I want y'all to understand something. I need you to hear me when I tell you that just because DBA is priced less than the other MRR courses that are out there does not mean that you are getting cheap. It does not mean that you are getting low quality, that you are just getting trash. Because I know trash PLR and MRR when I see it, and DBA ain't it. I would not have put my name on it. Even after joining, if I did not think that it was up to par or even better, just from a quality standpoint, a professionalism standpoint, I would have never talked to anybody about it. I would have never opened my mouth about it. It's worth the knowledge, right? I would have never put my stamp of approval on it. I would have just bought it and just kept it to myself. But I had an inkling before, and that's what made one of the reasons that made me join. Okay, so DBA is not just for beginners. It's for if you, because okay, so I saw a local bar in the last 6 months complain about they might have to lay staff off and they may have to reduce hours because people just weren't coming in. So, and this bar is they don't serve alcohol. It's a bar that doesn't serve alcohol. They do, fancy drinks, but they use things like seedlip and adaptogens and, a lot of that other non-alcoholic based stuff that is growing in popularity. So if I were that owner, the first thing I would do is I would either assign someone on my team or myself to become really fluid in social media marketing and digital marketing. Because social media marketing, it's a skill set, but it flows with digital marketing, right? So that's the first thing I would do is I would get really good. And so, a lot of business owners, they think just posting on Facebook is enough, and it's not always enough, right? You got to get creative, right? So one of the places down the street from me that I go to, there is a girl on their team, and she just does it on her own. I would make them pay me or pay me more. She creates social media posts about the mocktails that she can create at one of their 2 locations, and she posts that, and it gets a lot of engagement. So if I were a small local restaurant or business owner, that would be the first thing I would do. Is someone on my team would be responsible for social media, because it's not an option in 2024. You need somebody who is good at social media to be creating engaging content and building community. The second phase of that, I would be creating some digital products. I absolutely would create digital products as a local and business owner, even if only to give them out free and build my lead list, okay? When I tell you everybody should have digital products and sell them, I am not kidding. If you are a lawyer, if you are a dentist, if you own a med spa, no matter what it is that you do as a small and local business owner, you should be creating digital products, okay? I don't have one here in front of me, but I'm just gonna hold up my iPad. I have friends in real estate, and they get ghost written books, and they give out books to collect leads. So you can give out digital books, right? So how to pick a real estate agency, what you need to do before listing your property, what, I don't really know real estate all that well, but that kind of stuff is what you can be creating digital products about. And what happens, because I'm coaching an esthetician on this right now. She says, well, where do you see me in 5 years? Well, where do you see yourself in 5 years? And we both agree, selling products, selling her own digital products and courses, not so much to the consumer. Y'all are leaving a whole market on the table by thinking that your consumer is not going to buy digital products from you. But remember what I said. Okay, here is a book. Okay, this book, Daily Stoic by Ryan Holiday, right? I read this book every day. It's a book of 365 meditations, okay? I'm big on personal development, okay? I have read enough personal development books to tell you that they all literally say the same shit. They just say it differently. And what makes Tony Robinson different from Dean Graziosi, which makes him different from, I don't know, whoever else, Brene Brown, is their own research, methodology, and their process. It's the same thing that makes McDonald's different from Burger King, is their process. Their process to give you transformation, to take you from what you are running from and get you closer to what you are running to. If you want to know what marketing is, that's what marketing is right there. Okay? That's what marketing is. I can tell you about the 4 P's and what they all stand for, and that, you know, sales is a function of marketing, not the other way around. I can tell you all of that. But at the end of the day, the role of business is to create a customer, as said by the godfather of modern management, Peter Drucker. Okay? And to create that customer, you need 4 P's: product, price, place, and promotion. That's what marketing is all about. The customer is at the center, just like in this diagram. The customer is at the center of those 4 P's. Okay? Do you want me to draw that too? Because I can draw that too. I had a team. They used to love when I would start writing stuff and drawing stuff out. They would get so excited. Okay? So marketing, in a nutshell, is taking someone from what they are running from to what they are running to. Everybody wants to escape something, right? Think about this live. You've been on here quite a while, Digital Wealth with Melrose. So do you go by Melrose? Melrose, she's been on here quite a while, okay? And so I want you to understand, think about this. I, as a grandparent, nice to meet you, Melrose. I, as a grandparent, the worst thing I can hear is from my 4-year-old granddaughter, none of your breath stinks, right? So that is the real reason why someone like me is going to make sure they don't get halitosis and get gingivitis and brush their teeth regularly, is because they don't want to hear that from their 4-year-old grandchild. Because a 4-year-old grandchild is a 4-year-old and a 90-year-old are going to be the 2 most honest people in your life. Believe that. Right? So I'm escaping from halitosis and bad breath and running to my granddaughter welcoming my kisses. That is marketing. Always, right? That is marketing, right? I am escaping from, I don't want buttery, tartary looking teeth on video, to feeling confident to come on live and present myself and sell digital products. So if you can understand that, like we talked about at the beginning of this video, I myself am targeting those women who want to buy back their time to be with their children and their grandchildren. They're higher educated, higher income levels, but they're tired of being overworked, underpaid, used, and abused. And so that's where DBA comes in to help them with that process. My business vision and mission is to help the next 100 families make their first $1,000 online. And of everything that I offer, and I offer a lot, I have my own courses. I have high ticket courses, $555, $997, $1,200. A half a day with me begins at $1,500. It's really about $2,000. A full day with me, you're looking at about $5,000, right? To start, right? Well, anywhere really between $3,000 and $5,000 for a full day. Okay. The reason for DBA is for those who are brand new and scared of me. They can get in with DBA and they can get the fundamentals. So this is game right here. Y'all owe me some hearts for this. I am not telling you this without hearts, because this is game. I already gave you game by breaking down and telling you what marketing is. I already gave you game with this. I gave you game with the chart of where digital marketing, where DBA is as far as the product life cycle. But I am not giving this one up, and hopefully I won't forget. Hopefully I won't forget. So I would get to double tapping that screen right now. I would get to double tapping that screen. What did I do? Because I forgot. See? Real gems. Yes. Thank you. I would get to double tapping that screen and throwing up those hearts right now, because I think I might have already lost it, but it'll come back. It'll come back. What was I talking about again? But this is, whatever it was golden. I gotta remember what it was. So throw up them hearts so I can dig it out. It'll come back up. My brain is like a catalog of information. It'll come back. We were talking about knowing your ideal client, serving your ideal client, the journey. Too excited. What were we talking about? What was I talking about? It was good. I was like, this is golden. This is golden. And it relates to how to sell digital products. Oh, what was it? Oh, I should have wrote it down. What was it? It was good too. It was good. I promise you it's good when it comes out. I'll just keep talking because it'll eventually come back to me. But it was good. We were talking about, how to sell the product, right? And so I know where I was going was somewhere along the lines. If you currently sell DBA, this is ultimately how you sell the product, but I can't remember what the nut was. What was it? Oh, I hate when this happens. You were talking about the open markets that aren't tapped. The open markets that aren't tapped. There's plenty that aren't tapped, right? There are so many open markets. Like, they're bringing to module 2 a whole men's module. A whole men's module is going to be included in module 2. That's a completely untapped market. Untapped platform, Pinterest. Pinterest is completely untapped, but this is not where I was going. This is not where I was going. Oh, I hate that. And I spoke it into existence by saying, hopefully I won't forget. And as soon as I said it, I forgot. Oh, we were talking about the markets and how to market it. And it was specifically for those who are marketing DBA. That part I do remember. But what was I going to say to y'all? I was going to tell y'all something. It's money too. I know it's money. So, because I broke down what the definition of marketing is, and it'll come back to me. It'll come back to me. And if it don't, while I'm live, I will come back live, and I will make sure to get it up on YouTube, because it's money. It's money. Pretty much everything that comes out of my mouth is money. I try to withhold the money, but I can't. I just can't. It just comes out of me because I really love what I do. I love marketing. Hey, welcome, Tyra. Hey, welcome back. Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day. We're talking about how to sell DBA, how to sell digital products, right? And so the whole thing is, number one, you got to know who you serve, and you got to know how to serve them. You got to meet them where they are at. Okay. You got to meet them where they are at. Okay. So what does that mean? That means on TikTok, I would rather sell DBA on TikTok than some of my other stuff. Because number one, I don't have the brand awareness. People don't know me on TikTok like they know me on other platforms. So DBA is a great product to get in and start helping people and build that know, like, and trust. And then I can ascend them from there. And that's where I think I was going. Okay. So for me, it all fits together like a puzzle. Told you it was going to come out. It all fits together like a puzzle. Okay. We love DBA. We are a part of the DBA community, but DBA cannot and should not be the only thing that you offer. Okay. Because when the customer gets full off of DBA, what are you going to offer them? Because they're going to get full off of it, right? And that's why it's wise for Brooklyn and team to be coming out with volume 2 and so soon. Because remember when I showed you that chart? Where's my marker? Remember when I showed you that product lifecycle chart and I said you can extend it, and how in momentum is where all the money is made? Some of these other products, they think they're way over here and they still aren't even in momentum. Their people are just giving up and quitting, and they're finding it's a lot more work because of the way that they've created their model versus what Brooklyn has done, where it's more of a collaboration and it's more of a collective of people pulling resources together, and they are doing a lot more technical stuff. This is why I don't sell tech, because when you sell tech, it's outdated the minute that it is published, right? And so that's where some of them are running into issues, right? And so they're losing people's interest and they're not even in momentum yet. But if you ask them, most of them are going to quit. This is where that phrase comes from. You quit, when you're 3 feet from gold, right? And gold in this case is momentum. Some of them are very close to momentum, but they won't get there because they are giving up and they're losing people's interest. And remember when I told you, over here, you can extend that product life cycle. I won't go too deep down that rabbit hole, but you can extend your product life cycle. So in the late 1900s, when I was in marketing principles and getting my undergraduate degree, my professor, and I was blessed, a lot of my professors came from the real world. They worked real jobs. They didn't just get PhDs. They actually worked in the real world, and they even built businesses. So, that combined with my internship really makes me a force to be reckoned with. And so I learned that you can extend this product cycle. Like, I don't know how old any of you are, but back in the day, there used to be all kinds of Jello recipes, and sometimes you see them on social media, like hot dog water Jello, and and they different. They used to make cookbooks. That was so that they could continue and keep the excitement for Jello going, right? And then in the 80s, it became like Jello pudding pops. And then they went from Jello and they began creating and selling pudding. So that is how you create that extension of the life cycle. As I learned it when I was working on Glade, I will say it, I worked on Glade right out of high school. I was taught by the product manager and the category manager that every 6 months a product needs to have an improvement. And I remember looking at it like, why? But as an adult marketer, as a elderly marketer, I'm not elderly, but in marketing years I am, right? I get it, right? That you have to add something new so that you can have that new, not only just that, the way he said it was so that you have that label on there and it stands out, but it's really more so to keep people interested, right? So I've sold hundreds of thousands of dollars in makeup and skincare. I have earned trips to Cancun, to the Dominican Republic, for selling makeup and skincare and using digital marketing to sell network marketing and direct sales marketing products when they told me that you didn't need it. Okay? But that's how I earned them trips, as I made digital marketing and content plans and strategized, right? And so one of the things I would do in my content is I didn't just try to appeal to new customers. I would create content to keep my existing customers coming to, I'm getting deep. This is money, and I ain't forgot. To keep my existing clients coming to my social media, because I knew that if they kept searching for and coming to my social media, this is money, I promise you, that it would help my content stay high up in the algorithm. Did you pick up what I just threw down? Because that was money, right? Because a lot of the people that y'all think were an overnight success and grew a following really fast, they really drove traffic off platform to their social media, and that is how they grew their following, and that tricked the algorithm that a lot of people were looking for them and wanted to be on their platform because of that person. Are you picking up what I'm throwing down? Melrose says yes. Okay? That is why people like to be featured in Forbes. That is why people like to be featured on Yahoo, on Good Morning America, and get that PR to drive traffic to their social media, to lower the cost and even eliminate the cost of advertising, because people are looking for them. Okay, but now I forgot. I done went off on a tangent and I forgot where I was before the tangent. Yes, indeed. Okay, so you can extend that life cycle, right? And so DBA for me helps me extend my life cycle as a marketer, because I don't want to die on the vine like I see a lot of other marketers my age and older doing. They're whining, y'all. They are whining and they are desperate. They are running for the hills Some of them are even getting jobs, and I'm never going to make fun of that. Because believe me, I have had my share of days when I have thought about it, but God always come through. So again, you want to get in here to build that momentum and be in lockstep with the product cycle of DBA, because DBA is brand new. It's way down here in the corner. We have come nowhere near momentum yet. In fact, most of these MRR courses are nowhere near momentum yet. They just got a little taste of the pie. Just a little taste of the pie, right? And I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna leave it there, okay? So I'm gonna have to go soon. I can't believe the little thing hasn't come up for me to slide over so I can stay live. Get in DBA now. I have marked the price down to $111 while I am live. It is $333 for volume 1 and volume 2, okay? This is high quality content. Captions, hooks, call to actions, 43 pieces of content, 43,000 ready-made pieces of content that you can use. Yes, it is most definitely worth it, okay? People who didn't even know how to create digital products are now selling done-for-you products and making money in their sleep. And we talked extensively about when you make money in your sleep, you don't know how to act no more. You know, like that meme says, I have an air fryer and my own subscription to Netflix and Hulu. You can't just talk to me any kind of way. My version of it, and I posted it multiple times, is, honey, I collect leads and orders and customers in my sleep. You're not going to just talk to me any kind of way. And that is for clients. Like, you're not just going to talk to me any kind of way. In other words, you need me. I'm doing the thing that you want to do. I'm doing what it is that you want to do. I am a traffic beast. I know how to literally create the market. Okay? I have created markets long before I was even online. Working in sales, I knew how to make the phone ring. I knew how to make them want me, right? In fact, I've just resolved very recently to start back pulling on my divine feminine. I've been too nice in recent years to start pulling back in some of the inner seductress and, you know, the darker side, the dark feminine, and to embrace it, okay? And you see some of it on these lives too. You see some of it come out, okay? All right, so digital marketing is a highly paid skill set. You will never be broke again another day in your life. Do you know, when I sit on here and I go through this and I talk about, especially like the small and local business market, how I have to redirect myself in my brain, because I begin to think, well, why aren't you talking to them? Because there's only 24 hours a day, 365. There's only so much that I can do. And so I cannot stress upon you enough that even if you just bought DBA to really learn digital marketing and the fundamentals, because I give my people a learning path of where to start and where to go, and I can even customize that for them. If you really just understood that digital marketing is a highly paid skill set, you would be at the link in my bio and you would be joining DBA right now so that you can learn how to monetize yourself. I promise you, we don't know what's happening in November, but all I can tell you is I will always be able to make money. Learning how to make money is not something I learned in my master's degree or my undergraduate degree. I did not learn how to make money until I learned digital marketing. Because earning money and making money are not the same thing. They are not the same thing. There are people that as soon as they hear that Tamira Hamilton's name is on it, sign me up. That is called creating a market. You have to know how to create the market. And that is literally building the audience and the community. And you get to watch it happen in real time with DBA, because DBA has gone from 0 to, let me refresh this number. I love refreshing it and seeing, okay, do I have it up? No, I don't. Oh, I gotta sneeze. But it was just under 4,300 when I last refreshed it. So let's go in and see. It's at 4333. 4333. It was at 26 or 2,800 last week. when I joined. Thank you. Thank you, Melrose. So it has nearly doubled in a week. And I think that growth slowed down a little bit because the launch of volume 2 was pushed off until July 1st. If it still had dropped today, that number would be continually to rise and rise faster right now. So I think it has slowed down and people are figuring out their funnels and other things. But over 1,000 people joined DBA in the last 24 hours. That much I know. And more than 1,000 in the last 24 to 48 hours. Because I've been watching it. And yesterday, over 1,000 people joined DBA. And then once it was announced that the launch of volume 2 would be pushed off till July 1st, it was finalized, it was firmed up. See, I'm smart, but sometimes, okay, that slowed it down just a little bit. But there are those of us who are on fire. People are going live for hours. Because here's the thing, I'm going to tell you like I've been saying. That was wild. It was. I'm going to tell you like I've been saying. Don't wait until volume 2 launches and then you have to pay $333. Because it's only going to be $333 for both of them for a limited time for me. And then it's going to $555. Because as a seasoned or elder marketer, I know the value of what's in these 2 modules. I know the value, okay? And here's the beauty of it. If you are a beauty professional, for example, if you just bought a digital marketing course that taught you digital marketing, like, thank you. Oh, thank you so much. You're the package. That is so sweet. Thank you. So there's a module in volume 1 that is for the beauty person. It's all about growing your business as a makeup artist, telling you hot trending items that I can concur, because brows, contouring, color matching, knowing how to match eyeshadow by your eye color is how I grew my business. That is what I blogged about and how I got traffic from Google and Pinterest. And Pinterest, I mean like 250,000 visits every month from creating content like that. And I'm not a makeup artist or an esthetician. Okay? So the stuff that is in there is legit. It is how you grow a business online. And I was doing it back in 2013 and 2014. And that is not to minimize the person who created it. It is to validate and say, I know firsthand, this is good stuff. This is not someone, and I'm not making fun of anyone or minimizing anyone, but this is not, you know, a person from Fiverr who wrote a very basic article. This is real practical knowledge and experience that went into developing this module. And I say all that to say that if I were a makeup artist, which I'm not, and I were presented with just that module alone, yeah, that's great, but now I can only sell it with my resale rights to other people who want to grow beauty businesses. And while there are plenty of them, what about the people that you come in contact with that want to know about Airbnb, that want to know about insurance, that want to know about advertising, that want to know about credit? You can't help them with that business MRR, that beauty business PLR. But with DBA, you can. So it allows you to get the fundamentals, get your niche, your area of expertise, but still be able to service people who have other interests in areas of expertise. That is the power behind DBA. You priced yours higher too. Yeah. We definitely want to serve an underpriced market. And volume 1, I will always keep at 111. Right? Volume 1, I will always keep at 111. But when you get it for 111 today, you also get volume 2. I'm going to say that again. If you join with volume 1 here while I am live, you're going to get volume 2 at no additional charge. Yeah, it's a wealth of knowledge. And like I said, with 32 years of sales, marketing, and leadership experience, with a bachelor's degree in marketing and as a Spanish minor, with double masters in marketing and finance, I still find value in DBA. Because I really don't think I'm all that. I take life seriously, not Tamira. When I say sometimes I forget how great I am, My daughter reminded me yesterday because she was dealing with a situation at work, and our names are actually very similar, but she's actually not named after me. She's named after her oldest sister, and it just happened to sound like my name. And she said, yeah, I think when they Googled me, because they started acting different, they started acting like they had some sense. I think you came up and they realized who I was connected to. Right? I'm just a regular, everyday, down-to-earth person, right? And unlike a lot of other elder marketers, my mother humbled me a lot as a child, right? I come from very humble beginnings, right? My grandparents were very educated, but they never went to college. They graduated high school, but they were still very educated. That's where I got that drive, and my parents too, and that commitment to always personal development and developing, right? And when it comes to something like DBA, it's just important to me to keep my skill set refreshed and to be around that energy and that vitality, because I see a lot of elder marketers dying on the vine. They despise that which they don't understand, which is in the 48 Laws of Power, one of my favorite books. People despise that which they don't get. They despise what they don't understand. So rather than learn the new stuff, they would rather fight the system and cry about it. Okay, and marketing is one of those things you need to always learn. The fundamentals are always going to be there. When I started online, my marketing fundamentals took me a lot further and a lot faster than where a lot of other people were able to go. But I still had to learn the funnels. I still had to learn. Back then, Facebook pixels were a big thing, and that's how I got into running Facebook ads. Okay, Instagram ads, YouTube, Pinterest, right? So digital marketing is a highly paid skill set. There has never been a greater time as now. Like, I read a lot, okay? If you put this on your book list, Blink, is it Blink? No, Outliers by Malcolm Gladwell. Blink is good too, but Outliers by Malcolm Gladwell. In that book, he talks about how the likes of like J.P. Morgan, Carnegie, Rockefeller, they all were born between this same period of time. And if you modernize it, you will look at Gates, Bezos, even Elon Musk. They all were born during around the same time, during a certain period number of years, okay? And so basically, it's not when they were born, the years itself, it's what age they were when we entered a certain age. For Bezos, for Elon, for Gates, it was the internet. It was personal computing. You could throw Michael Dell in there too. You could throw Steve Jobs in there, and the other dude that started Apple with Steve Jobs, right? So back in the 1800s, for those other guys, it was the railroads, it was steel that made them some of the wealthiest people in history, right? And we are in that time right now. We are in that time right now. Don't believe me, look it up. AI, Web 3.0, the future is now. And if you're worried that AI is going to take your job, it just means that you refuse to level up. It means you refuse to skill up. Because companies, yes, they are eliminating jobs for AI, but they are also creating new jobs. AI is creating new jobs. The future is now. AI is creating new jobs, jobs that did not exist. Did you know that in 2018 a study was done, and 60% of the jobs in 2018 did not exist in 1940? 60%. Why? Because of Gates, because of Bezos, because of Elon Musk, because of Jobs, and because of others. They're not the only ones. That is why 60% of the jobs in 2018 did not exist in 1940. And I would think that that number is even much higher now in 2024, because that was 6 whole years ago, right? So every time something major and new, back then it was industrial, now it's more technological, comes to be, it creates a slew of new jobs and higher paying jobs. So when you complain about AI taking your job, you want to keep making the same amount of money and keep doing the same thing. That's why I've never cried about jobs going to Mexico or to other countries, because those were not jobs that I wanted anyway. I'm not, let me humble myself, because I'm really not being a jerk, but I'm just laughing at myself because of the way I said that. Those weren't jobs that I wanted anyway. They weren't. Okay, and I get it. When you get older, you get tired. I used to be a human calculator. I've just recently decided, Tamira, stop trying to do math in your head, especially in front of other people. It's just downright embarrassing. Because at one time, I was like a math champion. I could just rattle off numbers, and I mean like big numbers. I could do like all kinds of crazy multiplication and division in my head and fast. They would literally call me the encyclopedia, and they would call me the calculator. Okay? And you probably can see why, just based on this slide. But I do have some personality, and I'm cute. Okay? So AI is not taking anybody's job without replacing it. And if you want to get a job, then you need to be putting AI software and what you can do with it on your resume. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you, Michaela. My girl is here. Thank you. Okay? And so when I'm telling you, when you combine digital marketing, AI, upgrade yourself. Yes, always be upgrading yourself. Let me upgrade you. I cannot dance. Okay, so when you combine those with the free apps, there has never been a time in history like right now. Like, people have the opportunity right now, and I don't think they understand it, not just with DBA, but to not only change your life in the present, but you can change the status of your entire bloodline. You have the ability to do that with AI, digital marketing, and free apps like TikTok, and be able to go by. Like, if people really, really, truly understood what I mean when I say that, and you really understood it, but it takes you actually getting in DBA and getting that first sale in your sleep. Michaela is on here. Michaela's been making sales in her sleep, and she's like, this ain't enough. I want to wake up to tens of thousands of dollars that I made in my sleep. I promise you, when you make that money in your sleep, you're going to become a different person. You're going to look at life completely differently. Me too. I promise you. When you get them orders in your sleep, and you created the product, you created the store one time, and it keeps selling for you. When you buy back your time, yes, it hit different. Like I said, I'll tell somebody in a minute, I make money in my sleep. You can't talk to me any kind of way. I got the thing. I am the thing. I am that girl. And I'm cute too. Okay? That money hit different. You walk different. You think different. You start different. You think differently. It's like a portal opens up and you just walk right through it. And you're like, it's like, I don't know if you're familiar with Plato's allegory of the cave. I'm not going to go through what it is. What I'm going to tell you is to look it up. But if you've ever watched The Matrix, you watched Plato's allegory of the cave, right? Red pill or the blue pill. Once you've had the pill, you can't go back. You can't unsee it. And that's what it's like when you get that first order, that first sale that you made in your sleep. You can't go back to the darkness. You got to stay in the light, like they do in Plato's allegory of the cave. Girl, why everyone think I got a new man? You got a new man? They think DBA your new man, girl. They think DBA got a new man? Listen, you look at relationships completely differently when you can make that money in your sleep. Because if Boo ain't on making that money in his sleep, if he ain't trying to learn from me and make money with me, he is not the one. He is not the one. Because what I am not interested in is all you do is that business. All you do is think about making money. If your thing don't get about it, because I know what happened to me when I think about it. If that thing don't get, you're not the one for me. You're not the one for me. I just said that, but y'all know what I'm talking about. If that thing don't stand at attention, because you made some money in your sleep, nah, boo, you got to move around. I'm dead serious. At my big age of 50, that's where I am. That's where I am, right? If that don't excite you, if that don't titillate you, right? If that don't excite you, if that don't titillate you, it's not gonna work. Because that's where I am. That is where I am. People sometimes find out that they're with the wrong person. When they start hitting a certain level of success, they find out that the person they're with was okay staying where they were. Exactly. You got to match and exceed this energy. We should be pouring into each other. We should be better together than we are separately. That's not going to work for me. I can't tell you how many women I've seen, whether it was network marketing, affiliate marketing, digital marketing, retire their husbands and end up divorced. And now they got to pay that man alimony and child support. Because he should have stayed working his job, first of all. I cannot tell you how many women, every time they didn't stop making them posts. I think they figured it out. But every time I would see those posts, I retired my husband. Today was his last day of work. I'm not saying all of them, but I've seen a trend. I mean, it was spreading like wildfire there in like 2016, 2018, and then 2022. A lot of people found out they were just with the wrong person, and that's okay. Everyone for a reason and a season. Okay? Yeah, not me. Yeah, some of them men need to keep their jobs. That's what they know. That's what they do, right? And you bring them home, or you try to bring them into business, and it's just not what's right for them. It's just not what's right for them. And I just know, based on previous experience being a very high achiever, type A, highly educated, high income earner, dating has been very challenging in the first place, right? So he definitely needs to have the entrepreneurial spirit and understand that, you know, I'm with you because I want you, not because I need you. And if he don't exist, I'm okay with that too. I'm okay with that too, because I got my girlfriends, you know, my friend girls. We travel, we do things together. I have my grandchildren, I have my children, I have, luckily, thank God, I have all my parents. I still have all but one of my siblings. Hey, Wanza, I've got 2 new great nieces or nephews coming. I've got 2 great nephews and 1 great niece. So I've got a lot to be grateful for. My life is fulfilled. I know love, and I'm in love with myself. So I'm not humbling or minimizing myself for anyone. So he's got to bring it, right? He has got to bring it. And like I said, if he don't get the kind of excitement I get from making money in your sleep, that's a red flag. It's a red flag. It's a red flag. We got to check your pulse. Do you need some little blue pills or something? What's wrong with you? Right? What is wrong with you? I mean, and I'm not saying he absolutely has to be an entrepreneur, but he has to encourage it. He has to understand it. He has to respect it, right? He has to respect it. Because there are women out there who have their, I hate using the term alpha and beta male, but their man who may not have the same drive and that they do, but he supports them, and he does everything he can to support them and uplift them in what they do. That's what he's got to be for me. Because I know the opposite. I've experienced the opposite, where they do everything they can to destroy you and humble you and bring you down. And at my big age, I'm too old to not have learned that lesson by now. And I got grandchildren that are watching. Not just children, I have grandchildren that are watching now. So I cannot, when you know better, you do better. I cannot make the same mistakes that I used to make. Speaking of, you need to stop making the mistake of not being in DBA. You need to join DBA, okay? You join DBA by clicking up here, going to the link in my bio. It is the 3rd button. It's in red, okay? If you join while I am here live, you get it discounted by $222, and you get it for $111, and you will get both volumes 1 and volume 2. And I don't know how people be on here live for 4 and 5 and 6 hours, because I'm starting to fade. I am starting to fade. Say it, sis. Welcome, Sky LaForge. Okay. Digital marketing, there is no time like right now to be alive. I've been known to say, if you don't get started with Pinterest, you will regret it a year from now. And I still stand by that. And I'm going to tell you, if you don't join DBA, if you don't get started with digital products and learn digital marketing to sell those products, a year from now, 2 years from now, you're going to wish you had. DBA is buying people's time back. Okay? I always get confused because I have been sharing my own journey and my own story on this app live for weeks. Okay? I've shared, I turned 18 one Tuesday. I had my oldest daughter the next, right? She saw me walk across the stage multiple times. Hey, baby. Hey. You're getting on Pinterest now. You want to go to the link in my bio and download the secret to winning at Pinterest when you are short on time. You want that training. It's absolutely free. Go get that training now, Melrose. It's in my bio. I believe it's the 4th or 5th button, but it's also in red, and it's labeled The Secret to Winning at Pinterest when you are short on time. It is a free masterclass, okay? Go get that free masterclass. I do have a course. If you get it, great. If you don't, the free training is on me, and it is so worth it. I get such positive feedback on that free masterclass. It could actually be a paid course, but I give it away for free. What were you saying, Wanza? Thank you for the follow. Excited. Yes. If you want to jump on, Wanza, you can. Okay. Same with Michaela. If any of you want to jump on, just let me know. Digital marketing. And with people, there are people who are going to lose their jobs with AI. So having that, I'm glad you did follow me. I will follow you back too, okay? So having that digital marketing skill set and having digital products, for some of y'all, it's insurance in case it's the fan and you do lose your job or your company goes under, right? Some of you, it is insurance. See, you could tell I'm 50, I'm sweating all of a sudden, okay? So you need digital products for that alone, right? Some of you need digital marketing because of what groceries cost, because of the rent increases, right? I was watching Peach McIntyre earlier. She a hot mess, but I love her. It's like a train wreck. I can't stop watching. And she was talking about, thank you for the follow, Blissful Bell. And she was speaking about, she was riding down the highway, and on the back of someone's truck, they had used one of those, are they oil markers or whatever? And they said, today is my birthday, buy me a drink. And they had their Cash App on that. And, she was this morning, she does this every day. She's like, send me $10 on Cash App and you'll be in for my my training. It's not free. And I'll send you the link for my training. I'll send you the text number to get the link for my training, right? And she said, y'all be in my inbox talking about, you're about to get evicted and you need this and that. And it's like, that's really not my problem. I mean, you get online and beg like everybody else. And she's like, this person who did this, I sent them $15 because I thought that was really creative. And she said, there's no telling how many people sent them money and how much money they made. That's a form of begging. She said, it's really not begging, it's asking. The worst thing they can do is say no, right? And so it's the same thing with your digital products and getting online and marketing them. Some will, some won't. So what? Next? It's that simple. She said, so instead of asking me for the $10 and buying it for you, go do like that person did. Write it on the back of your truck and ride up and down the highway and watch your Cash App go off. She said, I'm going to do it one day. And I was like, that's a good idea. I might do it too. Why not? I'll be honest with you. One of the things that used to make me, I've always marketed my business, But I've gotten a lot more aggressive with it in the last 6 months because I'm always doing that personal development. Because one of the things I used to worry about was coming across as needy or salesy, that people knowing that I'm an entrepreneur, so if I'm marketing my business so heavily, I must be having money problems. And then I started to look around me at the people who were doing it in the lifestyle that they live. And I'm like, anybody who thinks that is broke, and they ain't my people anyway. I'm gonna model the people that have what I want to have and are where I want to be, instead of being held prisoner. This is good, by the people who are where I used to be and where I don't ever want to go back to. Did you pick that up? Did you pick up what I just threw down? Because that was good stuff. That was good stuff, okay? So it is 8:17. At 8:30, I'm going to go. And I'm not going to promise that I'm going to be on here late because, you know, I've got the light actually dimmed and I got the other one off. I usually am more lit up like this, so I look even better. But it attracts the bugs. And even though I'm inside, I don't know how they find the light, but they do. And they get through the screen and everything, through the walls and everything. And they show up and they make me itch. And then when I'm hot and sweaty and bugs, I'm a 2-year-old. And I don't want to do that on camera. So I'm going to go at 8:30. So if you are watching this and you have any interest at all in joining DBA, you want to go to the link in my bio. You too. Yeah, I'm not the only one. Like, I love Disney World, but I don't like to go in the middle of the summer when it's super hot because it's just not going to be fun for me. Okay. So you want to join DBA, you want to get it while I am live, and it is discounted by $222. I turned the price down to $111 for volumes 1 and 2. They normally go for $333. You can get it for $222 while I am live, okay? And I think since there are 12 minutes left, I am going to say that if you join DBA, if you get my AI traffic generation masterclass, which comes with MRR for only $50, if you get next gen content masterclass, which does not come with MRR, I want to put that out there, but it is a bomb content that converts masterclass that comes with ChatGPT prompts. It's a video training. You see me live in my element on the fly, coming up with captions that convert for the people who are present. And it has a bunch of other bonuses that are in there that you can go to the link in my bio and get it. But if you get anything from the link in my bio while I am live, I will give you a complimentary 15-minute one-on-one. Because I'm not setting up stand stores. I know some people are doing that. I'm not even gonna play like that. I'm not doing it. So yeah, I know some of you are here and you already have DBA, but AI traffic generation and AI is also trending and it is hot. And I have a $50 course that comes with MRR. It is not the community that DBA is, but it is only $50. And you get 100% of the profit. It's yours. It's all fully automated. It's in System IO. It's a done for you course. You get the done for you sales funnel. All you have to do is just hook it up to your Stripe, which you already have, and things like that. Okay. You can add it to your stand store and it is only $50. If you get that before this ends in 10 minutes, I will give you a free, and that's the thing I find everybody wants from me. They want my time. So you get a free 15-minute one-on-one with me. So if you wanted to pick my brain about DBA, I would get the AI traffic generation course. And you can sell that too. It's only $50 and it flows really well with DBA. I can't give it to her to include in it because I'm not the creator of it, okay? But it is a great course. It is a great course. You can go back and watch a lot of my more recent YouTubes because I was really promoting that until I joined DBA, okay? So I got to get DBA launched, so I'm really heavily talking about DBA. But if you want a strategy session with me and you want to go through and talk about some things about DBA, for example, I would go to the link in my bio and I would get the AI traffic generation system. And it's a great course. I get great feedback on it as well, okay? Because what I've done and where I was going before I, had my Alzheimer's moment, and I don't speak Alzheimer's in my life, I rebuke that. But it's about it all fitting together, right? DBA is great, and I love DBA for the community. But you know, if you are really interested in like predictable money that you can make in your sleep, you are going to want to add to what you have. And I'm not saying you have to now, that you want to now, but you want to have different products at different price points, right? You want to, you know, have a revenue mix, a mix of income sources, okay? And so mine all flow together really well. And I have courses that I don't even market right now. Like my cash flowing, business growing mastermind. If your sales mindset is an issue, DM me, because that, oh my God, that course is the bomb. I recorded it during the summer of 2020. And it's all about fixing your sales mindset and setting sales goals and hitting sales targets. And all of my courses are my own framework. Okay, I come up with my own framework, and that's what you want. And so that is a course that I created. And my courses that I created do not have MRR attached to them, but they are still worth it to learn the skill set and take your skill set to the next level. I am not, nor will I ever be, strictly an MRR broker. I'm always going to diversify. So I have been creating my own courses. In fact, the first course that I created in 2015, and I was underselling for like $147 and $197, I still sell that bad boy, and for a lot more, okay? And it's actually a bonus in my Pinterest course. Pieces of it, not all of it. Pieces of it are a bonus in my Pinterest course in Pin Profits Mastery, which goes for $555. So I would get over to the link in my bio, the link in my profile, and get either DBA, the AI traffic generation system. And if you need help with any of those, let me know. Because yeah, I will give you a 15-minute strategy session, and there are like 7 minutes left. So come back over here and let me know which one you got, if you joined either one. But yeah, I will be wrapping it up here in 6 minutes now at 8:30. The AI traffic generation system is going to help you sell DBA, because it's going to teach you how to get traffic from Google, from Pinterest, from YouTube, and have AI do most of the work for you. So, like I said, if you want AI to take your job, you just do nothing. If you want to make money from AI, and AI is going to create more millionaires and more billionaires than ever before in history, I would be, I mean, and it's only $50. And you could turn around one sale and you can make that $50 back. And if you've been selling DBA, you already have the customer base to sell it to. Yes, okay. So go on over there, Melrose, to the link in my bio, and the AI traffic generation system is only $50. I would grab that, and then you'll get that strategy session. So grab it so I know that you got it, and then I will send you the link. You can actually text me at there's a number on the link in my bio, and actually if you just click info, you can just shoot me a screenshot of your receipt, and then I will send you the link to book your 15-minute strategy session. People were eating those up. I can't believe I was offering that on a $50 MRR product, but I did, and people ate that up. They were so excited. They wanted those 15-minute strategy sessions with me, okay? So thank you for coming to tonight's masterclass in marketing. As someone told me, I hope you're downloading these and saving these to sell them. And I'm like, you know, I am. Even with them being on YouTube, I can still sell them. Because I am that marketing chick. I am that marketing girl. Welcome, Mizan Bahru. Welcome. Okay. I'm telling you, digital marketing, woo baby. It is a high-paying skill set. You will never be broke again another day in your life. It's all about learning how to create something out of thin air and monetize it. And Peach was saying the same thing. She's like, I started the day at 0 and been up by 50,000 by the end of the day. Right now, I ain't did that yet, but that's goals. That's goals. But if you want to start at 0 and learn how to get to 500, 1,000, 10,000 by the end of the day, 20,000, I'm definitely your girl. And I can tell you the first place we're going to start is the AI traffic generation system and DBA. I can tell you that right now. And by the way, both of them come with Klarna. Okay, you can use Klarna as a payment method, and you can pay in four. So you can get the AI traffic generation system for as low as like $13. Okay, you can get DBA for $27.50 with Klarna. Okay, so I would be running to the link in the bio and grabbing that. Okay, because we got 3 minutes left. We got 3 minutes left. I might take a nap and come back, but usually when I do that, it doesn't work. I don't come back. So just to let you know, and that price on DBA, I will be changing it promptly at 8:30 because I've forgotten before. Okay, so goals, girl, you are goals. You are goals. Okay. What do you want? I struggled with that. I remember a couple years ago, I still work with this mentor on like mindset and manifesting and things like that. And it was always about, what do you want? And I was like, I don't know what I want. I didn't know what I want. I had forgotten how to dream. And so now I do certain activities to really hone my dreaming skills to be able to continually to dream better. Because when my grandson was born, the number one thing on my list and what I wanted so badly was to not have to work and to be able to be with him while his mom worked. And if you've been watching my videos, you know my story about how my grandparents did that for me while I was in undergrad, while I was in graduate, and how I, was even able to build a successful career and travel all kinds of places because they were basically like surrogate parents to my children. And so I wanted to do that for my grandson. So that's all I could think about. That was all I dreamed about. And before he was born, it was like, I want to travel the world and build this business. And, I forgot I had wanted to become a trainer for the makeup and cosmetics brand and skincare brand. And I did that. And then I got to the point where I was able to be with him. And then I didn't know what else I wanted after that. And I struggled for a few years. And then marketing, all these changes were happening. And I just, was like the elder boomers that I talk. I'm not a boomer. The elder marketers that I've been kvetching about tonight. And so I finally had a come to Jesus meeting with myself, and I fixed my mindset. Okay. And that is where it's FWMGAB. Hey, how are you? Hey, welcome. Thanks for being here. And it stood for F with me, get a bag, right? Because that was a song a few years ago. But the official name is the Cash Flow and Business Growing Mastermind, right? Because everybody needs cash flow in their business, right? I say it's about sales mindset, but sales mindset is what's going to be your biggest block to you being able to create the cash flow in your business, right? So, we offer Klarna now. We offer Afterpay now to be able to help more people and be able to break it down into 4 payments. But ideally, the beautiful thing about digital marketing is that your skill set, you can leverage your skill set to create the money to buy the things that you want. I've created the money to be able to work with coaches and be able to take courses that I wanted to, because I use the methodology that I teach in that bundle of video training around how to create the cash, right? What product am I going to sell? How many do I need to sell? All of that is in there, along with a lot of deep work on fixing your mindset. And I get very vulnerable, and I mean more so than talking about if his thing don't shoot up and stand there rock hard, thinking about making money in his sleep, right? That was very vulnerable and transparent, and I cannot believe I said that. I might have to strike that from the record, but I get very transparent in that about some things where I was very vulnerable, and I share them. So if you struggle with that, I definitely recommend that. It's not available on the link in my bio, so you would have to reach out to me. Okay, it was facts though. It was most definitely facts. Okay, y'all, it is 8:31. So I am going in right now and changing that price on DBA. All right, let me go in. I did see 2 new leads come in, so that is good. If you do nothing else, you want to collect leads in your sleep. So let me change this DBA price back to 333. Okay, that'll get you volume 1 and volume 2. So you have to catch me when I'm live again and get volume 1 and 2 for 111 and get the if I offer the strategy session, because I don't always offer it because it's summertime. You're such a wealth of knowledge and insight. Thank you so much. Thank you. That's what I really come here to do, is to, help other people. And I'd rather help everybody like in a live setting than one-on-one. My one-on-one time has to be, it's all supply and demand, right? It's all supply and demand. And so, like this whole not gatekeeping thing is just really weird to me. And yes, I'm rethinking capitalism, as I should be, and so bear with me, because it's all I've ever known. But I do understand and feel the damaging effects of it. But we still live in a capitalist society, right? So we still have to pay bills and that, right? And so I can't be giving a bunch of people one-on-one time and for free. And besides, it was not free for me to acquire this knowledge. I paid both with my time and my money. Okay, so, but I do give back. I give immense value away in my free giveaways, which are in my bio, at the link in my bio. And when I come on live and do, basically my lives are masterclasses, even though I ain't gonna lie, I ain't got no shame in my game. I am selling when I come on live. I absolutely am selling. And every single email that I send out have a call to action in it. I am selling in it. But I earn the right to, because I am providing immense value. Okay, here is an affirmation I got from my mentor. My work is of high service and worthy of massive compensation. Say it with me. My work is of high service and worthy of massive compensation. Okay, so I am always, you have not because you ask not. And I will always be selling, because bills got to be paid. And I like to eat, and I like to eat well. I don't know if you saw my Instagram stories, but I go to a bougie little spot and I have lunch, pretty regularly throughout the week, right? And I go and I get these, I need to lay off of them though, these dessert nachos. It's like $10 for the dessert nachos, okay? Girl, I have been following you for 10 years. Who is this? I have seen it firsthand. Okay, who is this? Who is this? It just says XAL Mo, and I can't, the face looks familiar from the picture, but it's little and it's black and white. Okay, so you can just drop your first name. Who's that? Always be selling. I learned that in my 20s. Telemarketing, yes. Yes, always be closing. Always be selling, right? Always, always, always. If you want DBA, XALMO, let me know. I can change the price for you real quick while I am here. Okay, you get volumes 1 and volume 2. The best part about DBA is the community. It's the community. Okay, and when we say community, I do want to put this out there, because my girl Jaquela, y'all be stressing her. The community is the school app, and asking questions there, and whoever comes and talks to you there, that is the community. That don't mean you get to go to people's inboxes and demand that they do stuff for you, okay? So I want to be clear that if y'all think that you ain't getting it from me, the community is there is a community tab in the school app, and there's so much great there, okay? So that don't mean you get to go bully people and be in their inbox, okay? But DBA is where it's at. And it is still so fresh and so clean. It's so new. I keep showing my age. I swear I keep showing my age. I swear I do. Okay? So, yeah, DBA is only $111 if you order while I'm live. I would have to change the price back, because I did just change it back to $333. You get volumes 1 and volume 2. Volume 1 and volume 2. Create those digital products. You never know when that money is going to come in handy. You never know. I used to sell home equity loans and home equity lines of credit. And I would tell people, you want to get this when you don't need it. And hopefully you never use it. Or you use it just to pay it off every month and keep, and build your credit score up more higher than you want it to be. Which, by the way, there's a module in volume 1 of DBA. Okay? But you do not wait to apply for it when you need it, because chances are you're not going to be able to get it when you need it. Okay? DBA. Remember what I showed you. Get in here where we are beginning, so you are in lockstep with the momentum that is being created. If you wait until it is in momentum where most of the money is made, yeah, you'll make some money, but you'll also be leaving money on the table because you got to play catch up to the rest of us who's been in since day one, right? And let me just make myself clear. I am not in the business of convincing anybody to join anything. So I got to convince you to join. I got to convince you to stay. To me, it is a no-brainer. It just makes perfect sense. You literally have nothing to lose. If you get it and you don't like it, there are no refunds. Why? Because you can just sell it to the next person, make your money back, and be done with it. Sell it to your mama. Sell it to somebody else. Okay? There's no need to be asking for a refund. It is a digital product. There is no reason to think that you should get a refund of that. I gotta go too. It is 8:38. I'm already past 8:30. Okay. So thank you for being here, Melrose. Give those babies a hug and a kiss, and have a great night. We met in Greensboro. Yes, I met a lot of people in Greensboro though. You gotta be a little more specific. You can DM me if you don't want to, share all your details on here. You can DM me. You can, of course, DM me. And you probably know me on Facebook. You too. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You're welcome. So I am going to get ready to go now. I'm going to say bye-bye. Nice of you to be here, Daisy. Let me know what questions you have. You can always inbox me if you have questions on what is going on with the links in my bio, or what to click and join in that. Okay. So I am going to go now. I will chat with y'all later. Adios.